Hey everyone, welcome to this YPoll tutorial video. So in this video we're going to walk through the process of creating a question deck which we can later use to then host a poll. So to get started with that, let's go ahead and click New Question Deck. We'll give it a title, give it My First Deck, hit Save, and that brings us to this question deck edit page where we can set up our questions how we want them. So let's go ahead with our first question here. For question type, we can select from any of these. Let's do multiple choice first, and we can ask something like, what is the name of BYU's mascot? Oops. Awesome, and then below this you can see we've got our possible answers, so we can fill these in and say, is it A, Angel Moroni, B, Brigham Young, C, Cosmo Cougar, or D, Provo Bro. Now we know we want the correct answer to be C, so let's go ahead and mark that correct by clicking this circle right there. For a time limit, if we leave that at 0, there will be no time limit, but for this question, since it's pretty easy, we'll do 20 seconds. Let's go ahead and click the graded box, which means that this question is worth 10 points for getting it right. Awesome, so on to our next question. We can hit add question here, go to number 2, and let's do a text question, which allows for a free response kind of answer from participants. So we can ask something more open-ended like, what is your favorite flavor at the BYU Creamery? And for a text question, it is possible to create correct answers. Like, for example, if we just wanted to mark anybody who said mint as correct, we could do that, but we don't want to do that for this one. Instead, what we can do is just give 10 participation points, so 10 points to anybody who submits any response on this. For a third question, we can do a numerical question, and numerical questions limit participants to only responding with numbers, so we can ask something like, what year was BYU founded? And the answer for that is going to be 1875, and if we wanted, we could say anybody who answers within 5 years is going to get that marked as correct, but we won't do that for this question. And since it's maybe a little harder for this one, we'll do 10 extra credit points instead, which means it's not graded. Awesome. For our fourth question, let's demonstrate how to use a template. So if we hit this use template, we have a list of our templates, and this is one I made beforehand. And this highlights the fourth question type, which is an ordering question type. So you can see participants will receive a shuffled list of these items, and they'll have to sort them back into the correct order, and it's worth 10 points. So that we'll leave those as our 4 questions. One other thing to note while you're on this page is that there is the question deck settings up here where you can edit things or set defaults for questions in your deck. There's the share question deck page. You can edit the name here. And then on each question there is advanced question settings, which we won't go into here, but they allow for a lot more control over how questions are graded or how points are assigned. And if you have any questions or curiosity about that, go to our FAQ page. Awesome, so that wraps up this tutorial for how to make a question deck. So let's hit save and exit, and now we would be ready to host or present a poll.